Alright guys, part 2 of the H. Upmann Havoc. Here's the ash, it hasn't fallen. As you can see, that's well over 2 inches, or just about 2 inches. There's a burn line, pretty good. Flavors have stayed the same, but it's mellowed down a lot. The pepper's really died off. It's still there. I'm getting the tingles you don't really get anymore. But there's still the black pepper taste, and the coffee's still there. The coffee hasn't gone away. Some little nuances thrown around in there, but nothing. That's about it. Just coffee, black pepper for the most part. And the ash is yet to fall off. It's pretty straight. Draw is still good. The smoke itself isn't hot. So far so good. It's not bad. It is for the price it is pretty complex. It's has some nuances thrown in there. They're just it's real subtle, so they're not that easy to distinguish. The predominant flavors are definitely coffee and black pepper. And at the beginning I think I was getting a little bit of wood, like a dry wood. Pretty good construction. Can't complain about that. This is made by Autotis USA. Same guys who make Monte Cristo and Romeo and Juliet. They also make H. Upmann. Those 3 major brands are owned by them. So they make a decent, cheaper cigars. They make some more expensive ones too. Pretty much they have a wide variety. They have really cheap ones, more expensive ones, and they have like really well distinguished, well known main brands, like just the classic Monte Cristo, H. Upmann Reserve, and Romeo y Julieta, just the normal ones. Now on the cheaper end, and they're not bad. You can pretty much find them anywhere. So as you guys can see, the ash is pretty big. Now it's well over 2 inches, definitely. Getting into the second third. Here's the ash. Lasted longer than most cigars. Came off a nice one big chunk. So I've been real lucky with my last few cigars. It's been construction's been real good in all of them pretty much, and this one's no exception. Good construction, nothing to complain about at all. And it's probably the biggest ash I've seen in quite a while. Pretty big. Pepper's coming back. Smoke's getting a little bit hot. Smoke is still a good amount, and it got a little bit thicker, so it's nice and thick, and you get a decent amount of it. Got a big tingle on the tongue. See, the pepper on this is it's real strong, then it dies off, and it comes back again really strong. So that's the main transition you get, is the levels of pepper, though not the flavor. The flavors don't really change. It's real consistent. But here in the second third, I'm getting fluctuations of pepper. It gets real high, then it comes down real low, then it kicks you again. but it's definitely good quality aged tobacco. Good construction. Has a really good amount of complexity, especially for the price. Good cigar, enjoyable. Good construction, good performance. Has a cool name, Havoc. Real simple band, but it does the job. I like it. Get the nice complexity, and the nice pepper, and the nice coffee from the Nicaraguan filler, and real smooth. I forgot to mention the smoke itself is really smooth, and from the, I'd say, the Dominican binder, the Dominican tobacco is real smooth. You guys can see it's only 26 minutes in, and it's about halfway done. So like the first 8 Upmann, smoked real quick. And the first 8 Upmann was a Robusto. This one's Toro, so this one was 6 inches when it started, and it's probably only 3 inches left, including the nub. So it smoked real quick, only 26 minutes. Probably taking 3 to 4 draws a minute. Pepper came back again. A lot of pepper in my mouth right now. It is getting a little bit harsh right about now. It's normal. Not a big deal. It's not too harsh. Not bitter in any way. My favorite feature is that it gives a lot of smoke. It's real thick. There's a burn line. Pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty good. With this one, I'll probably just smoke it to the band, because the smoke is getting hot, so probably be unsmokable past the band. The smoke will probably get really hot, or it will, because it'll be closer. It'll be real hot, and it'll probably be a bit too harsh as well. But I enjoyed it. It wasn't bad. Out of 10, I'd give it a 6.5. If I have another one, maybe it might go up, might go down. Not sure. Right now, 6.5. It's not bad. Where a 5 is like just a whatever cigar. It's nothing special. This does have a little bit, to make it memorable. But I probably wouldn't buy a box, because there's so many cigars I've yet to try, and so many other cigars that I like more than this. And it's also at $6 a stick, so I think I prefer the first H Upmann I had, the one from my last review, the 1844 Reserve. I think I like that one a little bit better, because I do prefer spice over black pepper. And I really like earthy notes. smoke is getting real hot. So we just slide off the band. Comes off real nice, intact. Leaves the cigar intact. Doesn't take off a chunk of the wrapper with it. Doesn't leave it broken. So they took their time putting it on. Those three brands I mentioned, Monte Cristo, Romeo and Julieta, Romeo and Juliet, and H. Upmann, since they're owned by that big company, they have a over 100 years of tradition. Their cigars definitely have really good construction throughout the board. Real standard for them to have really good construction, including their bands, the way they put them on. They align them nice. They don't put too much glue. I've never had one, where the glue seeped through and got stuck to the wrapper. Burn issues should be non-existent for the most part. The draw should be well, if you maintain it right. The burn, so real good construction, and that's something you can expect from a company, that's so huge and makes so many cigars, so well known, and has been around for so long. Alright guys, so here it is. I'll probably smoke another half inch or inch, and I'll let you guys know if anything changed. I doubt it. So far nothing has changed except the consistency of the black pepper. So real consistent cigar, just like the first one. It's always a good thing. But it is nice here and now when you get a cigar where the flavors evolve and change. But that's a different category. It doesn't really make it better or worse. So all in all, 6.5. It might seem low, but for me that's pretty good. There are definitely cigars that are 1 through 5 out there that aren't that, terrible to okay. So I'd say it's a little bit above average. It's not a bad cigar, but nothing special. So a solid 6.5. Medium body. No nicotine strength, but they didn't get any of that. And that's about it. Alright guys, till next time.